Cold selling. Just saying those words can make you feel a little anxious. That feeling of bothering someone, the fear of rejection, it's a real thing. But what if I told you there's a way to reframe it? To see it not as an interruption, but as a way to genuinely help. Okay, let's break down how to turn that dreaded no into your greatest asset. It's this screen, isn't it? The blinking cursor, the self-doubt. What do I even say? How do I start without sounding like just another desperate salesperson? We have all been there. It's the first huge hurdle, and honestly, it's why a lot of brilliant projects just never get off the ground. But the fix isn't some sales trick. It's a fundamental shift in how you think about it. And here is that shift. Just look at this comparison. On the left, you've got the old way, blasting out mass messages, asking for the sale right away, which, let's be honest, feels like spam. It feels bad for you and for them. But on the right, you've got the new approach. You do your research, you offer to help first. And that doesn't feel like selling at all. It feels like starting a real connection. The whole goal is to stop being a salesperson and start being a problem solver. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, the fear. It paralyzes us because we framed it all wrong in our heads. We think we're asking for something when we should be offering something. And this right here is the key to everything. That weird, uncomfortable feeling in your gut, it doesn't come from the act of selling. It comes from trying to take value, a sale, a meeting, their time, before you've given any value. When you flip that equation and your very first contact is about helping, the entire dynamic just changes. All right, that's enough theory. What does this actually look like in practice? Let's get into a super simple 3-step strategy. This is the exact script you can start using today to kick off conversations that deliver real value from the very first second. And here it is, a personalized hook, a value proposition, and a low-risk call to action, or CTA. 3 simple steps. The first one shows you did your homework. The second connects their problem to your solution. And the third, and this is so crucial, makes it incredibly easy for them to say yes. Okay, let's dive into those first 2 steps. The personalized hook isn't some generic, hey, how are you? It's specific. The example here is perfect. I saw your website doesn't load well on mobile. Right away, you're showing you're not a robot, that you actually looked. Then the value prop. I help businesses optimize their digital presence connects directly to that problem you just pointed out. It's a straight bridge from their pain point to your solution. Now, for the final step. This is where most people get it wrong. You don't ask for a 30-minute meeting. That's a huge commitment for someone who doesn't even know you. The whole point is to have a super low-risk call to action. The key is to offer more value for free with no strings attached. And this is just a brilliant example. Would it be okay if I send you a 2-minute video with 3 quick improvements? Let's break down why this is so good. It's quick, just 2 minutes, it's valuable, 3 improvements, and it's so easy to say yes to. There's zero pressure. You're giving, not asking. It's almost impossible to say no to an offer like that. Okay, so you've sent the perfect message. But, inevitably, some people will still say no. Or even worse, they'll say nothing at all. So how do we handle that? This is where we shift from tactics to mindset. Let's look at how you can actually turn rejection into your best tool for growth. You should write this down and stick it on your wall. Seriously, read it again. A no is not a personal judgment, it's a piece of data. It says nothing about your worth or your abilities. It's simply giving you information. And that perspective shift changes everything. So let's officially redefine rejection. In sales, rejection is just information. Maybe your offer isn't quite right for that market. Maybe it's just not the right time for that client. Or maybe you need to tweak your message a little. And most importantly, sales is a numbers game. Every no is just a necessary step on the statistical path to the next yes. Now, what's really cool about this slide is how it shows you where to put your energy. See, if you focus on the outcome, how many people bought from me, you're focusing on something you can't totally control, and that just creates anxiety. But if you focus on the process, how many people did I contact today, you're focusing on your actions, something you have complete control over. This creates consistency, and consistency is what gets you results in the long run. To wrap this up, I want to share a few hard-won truths. These are some key lessons to keep you going when things get tough, because they will get tough. Look at this number, 4th or 5th. This is so important. Most people give up after the first or second try, but the data shows that most sales actually happen after multiple follow-ups. Following up isn't being annoying, it's being professional and persistent. The real magic is in the follow-up.
And here are a couple more key lessons. First, that feeling of discomfort, it's a sign that you're growing. It means you're pushing your own boundaries. Second, just be ready for it. Your first customer is always the hardest to get. It's like pushing a giant boulder uphill. Once you get it moving and you have that proof of concept, the whole thing gets so much easier.
So the next time you hesitate before you click send, remember this. That fear isn't a stop sign. It's a sign that you're in exactly the right place, right on the edge of your comfort zone. And that space, that little bit of uncertainty, that's where all the growth and all the magic happens.
So I'll end with a question for you. You've seen the strategy. You understand the mindset. The only question that matters now is this. What difficult conversation, what intimidating contact are you going to initiate today to take your project to the next level? The answer to that could change absolutely everything.